Welcome to the final part of this dashboard. On this dashboard, we're going to be taking a look at how to create this part of the dashboard. Right now it's very simple and easy, so you can actually view a particular month and see more information about the month on the chart with ease. But actually coming right here and click on the drop down, you can see any month you want to actually click right here, you can see it, right? So we're actually on April and it's showing us the sales, the profit and the delivery. So if you want to actually have it hidden, this is what you do. You scroll all the way down again and you see this particular select month. When you select it, we have everything hidden. So the whole dashboard is very dynamic. You can actually follow the first, second and third video to actually create something just like this. So right now we have to hit the right workbook. Hi everyone, Amazing here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and hit that little bit right there to actually get more notification every single time I drop a new video. Okay, in order to have that created, so we have to actually create a new workbook, a blank worksheet rather, instead of workbook, a blank worksheet. So I name it switch because we're going to be creating something that is going to actually help us to switch between here and here or wherever. So I'm going to go to the top level right now. Quickly, I go to developer, and from developer, I hit on my insert, and you know what it is. So we're going to pick what we call combo box form control. Please always select the one from form control, not the one from this particular ActiveX controls right here, because if you select this one, you're going to be needing to be some kind of writing codes, and I don't want to write code in this particular tutorial. So I'm going to drag it down a little bit, and this is what I want. So I'm going to have it right here temporarily for now. So maybe I can still control where I'm going to have this in the jiffy, but for now I'm going to leave it this way. So after getting this right here, what I'm going to do right now is to hit back to my switch, and once I'm here, I'm going to go to analysis and copy something from here. I always love to copy my pivot table and replicate it over and over again because it's very simple for me. It's as the same thing as you going back to create a new one. So I'm going to have it pasted right here. Just follow all the steps you're going to be actually following right here to get it created the way it should be. Okay, after getting this right now, what can we do? We have to activate what? We have to activate our show field list. And here we go. I'm going to take off this particular one here, and what I'm going to do right now, I want to bring my month down. So I'm going to look at where I have the months. I'm going to have the month drop down right here. So after getting this quickly, I just want to make sure I create one thing before we get to proceed. I want to create something right here. I'm going to have this one pasted, and beneath this one I'm going to actually come right on it. I'll type select. Oh, sorry for that. So I'm going to type on my select month. I hope I'm correct. So select month right here. So after I have done with this right now, what I'm going to do is just like, here is January. This is June. So here we go. We just have to go back to our dashboard environment here and come right here and right click on this, and what you see is form control. So click on that form control quickly, and you're gonna have a little box that pops out. So once you have it right now inside input range, so go all the way back to your switch and come right here and select all this, right? So once you have all this selected, so how many of it you want to display? Because we have 13, we have 12 months, and we included something like select month and it made it 13. So you might decide to show just like 6 of it. That is it. Okay, sorry for that. This is what we call solid link. This is where we show how many we want to show. I want to show 6 of them, and I want to come right here right now. I'm going to go all the way back to my switch, and there we go. We have to link it somewhere, and the linking is going to be something like, I'm going to link it right here, and now it is time for me to click on OK. So right now, if I go back to my sheet, I have nothing, but I'm going to actually select here. You can see everything I have, they are right here. So I'm going to select this particular month and go back to my switch, and here we go. We have 3 because I selected the 3rd month of the year. Okay, after getting this right now, I want to create a table right here. Just follow this step. I'm going to actually follow to create this table. Then you have something very interesting. Right here, we've gotten some tables right in here, which I don't show you how I got it created. I'm going to actually clear this out right now. So now I'm going to show you what it is that we're going to do right with these 3 tables I have right here. It's very simple. All you just have to do is just to replicate what we have right here. So this one actually has 5 columns. This one has 6 columns, and this one has just 4 columns. So we're going to walk straight on how to use those particular tables to get what we want to actually create right now. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is right here. I'm going to number this from 1 to 12. And quickly, when I go to the second one, I'm gonna actually have to come right and drag it all the way down. It's automatically going to have itself filled up for me. So I get it. is what it is. So after what I've done this right now, the next thing I'm going to do right now is actually getting the profit right here. But suddenly we have not really created something very awesome that we want to actually use. So I'm going to actually take this off for now. So we have the profits, right? And before the profit is the sales. So what we can do right now is just to go all the way to the top level right here and actually scroll all the way down. So once we have scrolled down, we can see we have where we have our sales, right? And I'm going to drag the sales to be before the profit. Here we go. Now cost of delivery, or the delivery cost, is going to be on beneath this one here, and this is what we need to have, and we've gotten it all. So after what I've gotten all this, now the next thing I'm going to do is just to make sure we have them right here. I'm going to actually click on my equal to. I'm going to make a reference to this. There we go. So what do? I'm going to actually have to come here and drag it across. Sorry for that. I have to make sure I have a plus sign. I'm going to drag it across. So once I have it dragged across, I'm going to actually make sure I double click on this and I fill it all the way down. But it looks some kind of weird because it actually filled all my colors for me, right? Which I don't like. So what can we do to have it gone? So I'm going to actually highlight this whole place. Let me show you a feature that's going to actually help you do that. Go to the top level right now and go to home, and from home you will now see this particular this particular format, cell style right here, and say none. So it gives you a number. So this is what it is. So now that we've gotten this done, so the next thing I'm going to do right now, I can actually expand this out. I'm going to come right here and type in my month. So my months. So once I have the month typed in, I'm going to make a reference to the months we have right here from January down to the last one. So I'm going to go right here and select this. And here we go. We have all the month being filled down for us. So let's go on the full screen. But I think I'm going to prefer the full month. So I'm going to just type in the full month right here, which is what I'm going to have right now. So we have the full month, right? So we just have the April and the May. So we just have to put our May here. So April, May, and we have the full month right here. You can see our table just got messed up because of what we just had changed previously. So we just can do that quickly by going to home, and from home we locate where we're going to insert, and from insert we locate where we have our table in. So here is our table, right? I think it's under home. So click on home, and here we go. We just have to say all, and now we have borders around it. Okay, right now it is time to work with the second table. So we've just gotten this one populated, right? So to work with the second table right now, I'm going to come to the top level right here. I'm going to insert something on my system. I call it pipe. I don't know what you call it. Can you see it right now? You can actually get this one inserted. It's actually at the top side of your keyboard after shift and enter. I don't know, depends on what your keyboard is all about, depends on how your keyboard is being set up. So you just have to insert something like this. It's very important. This is what we're going to be using. Okay, after this, let's see what is next. So the next thing again is just for we to populate the numbers we have right here, 1 to 12, which is a month number. We're gonna have it right here. So I'm gonna have to make sure I just do it dynamically. I'm gonna actually have to make it go all the way down till we have 12. And now here is our line. The line I'm having right here is this particular line right here. So I want to be switching between this line. And what I'm gonna do right now, here we go. I can actually quickly move this one right here. It doesn't affect anything. If I go back to my dashboard right now, can you see that right now? So I'm gonna select under months like July. I'm gonna go back to my switch, and here we go. We have 7. Okay, let us concentrate on our line part, right? So now what we can do now to get this particular line to reflect right here is very simple and easy. I'm gonna just type on my if. I love to use if a lot to condition what I want to use. And now I'm gonna say if my tab key to open the bracket for me. I'm gonna say if this particular number right here is equal to this number. And now once I actually got this particular 7 that is coming from our combo box, I'm gonna actually press my F4 key to have it locked down. So I'm gonna say if that is the case, I'm gonna hit my comma. What do you want? If it is true what they want to have, I'm gonna put my equal to right here. I want to have something from here. Just populate what we have right here for us, and the F4 key again shouldn't be forgotten, else if we actually copy it down, it's gonna get things messed up. So once we've gotten this right now, the false area is this. If it is not equal to the number I just have selected, what do you want me to do? I want you to just give me nothing, which means don't display anything. So right now I can actually go ahead and close the bracket and hit my enter key, and now but it seems I'm having some kind of weird something, and I know where that is coming from. You know why? Let me just go ahead and close it. Now we have a comma and equal to right here, which is not supposed to be. I'm gonna have to move that equal to away. What I need to have is just the comma. It's a little mistake, sorry for that. Now we hit it, so we don't have anything because it is actually incorrect. So what I'm going to do right now is just to double click on this and copy it all the way down. If you can look at what we have right now, we have it at where we have 7. So let me just manually change this from this 7 to 1. Let's see what's going to happen right now. Can you see the pipe? It's actually changing dynamically. This is what it is. So we are almost right there. So what is next for us to create again? Let's see what it is. Right now we need to get the profit right here. So what can we do? It's almost similar to what we've done right here. It's just that we're going to be using what we call Vlookup, and I believe you know what Vlookup is all about. So I'm going to quickly type in my equal to right here. I'm going to say if this particular number right here, we don't need to log this down because we're going to be copying it down so that it copies to the next level, right? So if this number is equal to, or if it matches this one, right? So your F4 key will do that. If your F4 key is not working, you can do it manually. Then what we need to do right now is this. Instead of which to actually say give us this, we are going to use what we call Vlookup. So Vlookup is what we're going to be using. Now my top key, I have the Vlookup open. So what is the lookup value? The lookup value is going to be this one. I told you, you don't need to lock it down. So and that comma again. So it's going to be asking for the table array, and the table array is always where what you want to pull out is actually sitting, right? So here is my table array right here. I'm going to actually highlight all these aspects as my table array. So look at what's going to happen right now. This particular number right here is going to be used to dictate where what we want is actually sitting, and right now we want profit, so we just have to count how many columns before profit. This is the first column, second, and the third column. So we have to provide it with 3. So your comma and 3, and now it's gonna be asking what match do we want. So we want the exact match, of course. So I'm gonna put my 0 right here, and it gives me the exact match. If I should go ahead and close this right now, I think I'm done. I've done the justification. I'm gonna close it all twice, hit my enter key. Now it's giving me a false, which is not what we really want to have. I'm gonna actually copy it down. Now I have it where I have the correct, match, right? So if I go right here and switch this one to 1 right now, this is what I have. But I just want to clear off this particular false. How do I do that? We have used if condition, and we just actually use the first if condition, which is if it is true. We've not provided it with if that is false. What do we really want for it? So I'm just going to go all the way back to the top level. I'm going to actually double click on it, and this time around I want to come before the second bracket that is being closed right here. Now is where I'm going to have my false. I'm going to put my comma right there, and it's going to say, okay, if this is false, what do you want me to display? Now instead of displaying false, I'm going to say, okay, now give me this particular double quotation, and this double quotation actually signifies that give me nothing, right? So if I go ahead and hit my enter key right now, this is what I have. It doesn't really work, right? It works. So all I need to do right now is just to come right here and actually scroll all the way down, and this is what it is. Can you see that right now? So do I have to do this for every single part of it? I guess no. It's very simple. Don't just reinvent the wheel again. So go right here and copy everything we have, right? It's going to be very swift. So come right here and have it pasted, and come right here and have it pasted as well. So what do we need to change? We just need to change a single number. Now the number is that where is cell sitting? 1, 2, it's similar to the second one. So I'm going to double click on this right now. I'm going to change this number. I hope you're paying a very deep attention to this. If I hit enter right now, I have it correctly, and the delivery cost or whatever is actually sitting at the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it's sitting at the fourth one. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to say, okay, now this one is sitting at the fourth one right here. I'm going to say, okay, fine, we have all of them. So quickly, if I go right here and change anything to any number right now, it's going to actually follow the series of numbers. And the reason why we don't have others was because we've not actually copied them down. So what do we do? I can actually come right here and do it all at once, highlight all them together, and just copy down, and there we have it rightly the way it should be. This is awesome, isn't it? Okay, let's quickly go on the full screen and see what we've done. This is what we have just gotten created. Okay, the same thing we had done to get all this one is what we're gonna get to do to get this particular month as well. I'm gonna have to paste the previous one right here, and what we need to do, we just have to change this one to the 5th one, and it's gonna pull up our month for us. So we have it. I'm gonna drag it down, and we have the month of May, which is the 5th month of the year selected, and this is what it is. So before we start to populate our dashboard with all this and make it some kind of dynamically, so we have to actually come to this particular next one here. So I'm gonna go all the way here. This is the next part we're gonna have right here. So this is gonna give us our header. And what the heck is this one doing? Don't worry, I'm gonna show you what it is. Before we go ahead and start to create this particular part right here, we have header 1, header 2, and header 3. And this header is actually this particular, from profit down to delivery cost right here that we're trying to create to make it some kind of dynamic. So let me just go and show you what I'm trying to do. So as you can see, every single time we make a switch right here, we have others disappear and we have a new one comes up. And if we actually go all the way down, scroll all the way down, right, and we select this one, we have everything just to go away. That was because we have it very dynamic, just like what we're about to create right now. You might not get a full concept of what we're trying to do, but as soon as we got it created, you will definitely feel like, okay, I got it. Okay, how do we do this? The first thing we're gonna do is the month number again. And you know what the month number is always about? It's just for we to actually make sure we just type in from 1 to 12 and we copy it all the way down, right? So here we go, we have it. Now for we to do the header, it's very simple and easy. How do we follow the steps? Let's do it. Okay, now that we are here, what we need to do right now is just to come right here and say if, just like previous one, but a little bit different. It's some kind of technical. So if this particular number right here again is equal to the one we have right here, I believe you know where this number is coming from. Now your F4 key to have a lockdown. If that is the case, so I want you to actually say, okay, now if that is true, I want you to give me something from here. This is the header, give me profit. And if it is false, and our profit needs to be locked down as well because we want to copy it down. So if that is false, come again, I want you to give me nothing. I'm gonna have to close it right now, and quickly I just have to make sure I copied everything away from here. I'm gonna actually escape it. Okay, sorry, I have to paste and hit enter first before I have it copied. Now I can actually have it pasted right here. So we have it. So instead of wait to actually say, okay, now we have to get something from here, we don't have to go back again and start it from the scratch. All I need to do right now is just to make sure I drag this one. This is sales. I'm going to click on OK here. I'm going to come right here and drop this third one and double click on it and have it opened. And I'm going to drag it this from here from profit down to this particular delivery cost. I'm going to hit enter, and quickly right now we have just done the justification for it. So I'm just going to go right here and scroll all the way down, and this is what it is. So we have them switching now. So if I go back, I can come right here right now, I can type in my 12. So we have it beneath this one now. This is dynamic. This is very, very dynamic. Can you see what it is right now? If I go and select my 5th month of the year, now I have it switched. So it is time for we to start to do things on our dashboard front end and see how we can populate this to work the way it should be. I'm gonna actually put my equal to right here and go ahead and pick something that is gonna be important to be used. So now we're gonna pick this one here. So there I have it. So right now what can we do? We just can go ahead and open it up, right? So we're gonna resize it so that we can have the same size for every part of it, right? So after what I've gotten this done, so what we can do right now is just to make sure we centralize every single thing, right? It's in the middle. So I'm gonna type in my, let me use 388 and see. I think it's gonna be okay. Let's use 883. So it's gonna fill it up for us. So now we have it filled up, right? So we just have to change the height and the weight, and we want to make sure that it's some kind of, for the whole part of the months, right? So all we need to do right now is just to go to the top level right here. You know what it is that we used to do previously before now? We can go to format, and from format we see this, and we want to say it's 1.6 by what? By 1.09. Here we go, we have the size changed for us. So now here we go, we have this particular size changed. And what do we do next? We can actually Ctrl+1 or right click to do that. So Ctrl+1 will help us to bring this up, and this time around we cannot do anything here. Whatever we do right now we just be some kind of weird to this. So I'm gonna say no fill to it. I want to come to this particular text option here and I open it up. So I can go to the gradient fill, and here we go, we have this gradient fill right here. So we can decide to customize our look, the look of this, right? Okay, let's say we have those top with different numbers, different colors, right? So you can just decide to choose the color you really want to use for it right from here. Can you see those colors we have right here right now? Any color will definitely go well. So let's say we want to use this color right now. So you can see we have the color right on it, but we don't want to use this color. We just want to use the color that's gonna match our dashboard. So I can go with this one here, so which matches our dashboard. You can actually decide to bring this one a little bit so that we can have the dark side to be some kind of match. And you bring this one closer. Now this is what it is. Now we can actually go ahead and use something like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and have it closed. So now that we have this, right, so what do? I can bring this one all the way to the top level right here. I'm gonna have it here. So right now this is what it is. So if I go ahead and actually switch it from this particular month to this month right now, nothing is actually displaying again. Can you see that right now? It's gone, nothing is displaying again. But if I take it back to where we have it, so it's gonna actually have itself up here right back again. So what do we do to have everything we have right here populated? So the first thing I'm gonna do right now is just to come right here. I'm gonna actually have to go ahead and just select it. So right now I'm gonna select this one here, double it, and I'm gonna bring it all the way down. So I'm gonna put my equal to right here. I'm gonna go back to where I have my switch right on. So now what we want to have selected right now is just the month. So this is the month we are right on, February. And after selecting the month, I'm gonna double it again. I'm gonna go again, and what I'm gonna have right now is just for me to go ahead, and the month is actually been chosen. So right now we need to have the sales right here. Let's go back here again, and here is the sales. So we have the sales, and I'm going to double it again, and I want to have my profit right here. I'm going to go right and bring my profit. Okay, we have all the headers, all the caption. Do I call it the caption? So now I'm going to actually first of all select my January. I'm going to bring it all the way to the top level right here. And after getting it right here right now, I'm going to go to the top level right. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and select I'm gonna go ahead with this area black right here, and quickly I want to select this particular white color for it, and here we go. So we have it like this. So I can go ahead and have it opened up, so to make sure I show everything right on it and all that. So the next thing is gonna be my sales again. I'm gonna have to bring my sales down right as well. So after my sales proceed is my profit. So I'm gonna bring my profit down as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring the costs, delivery costs right as well right here. So we just have to quickly rearrange it just to make sure we have what it takes to actually, so now we need to format them. So I'm going to hold my control and actually have them highlighted, and I'm going to leave it this way. I want to make sure I leave it on 12, and now I just want to click on this one. I have this right. So because this one is really much, so we cannot leave this on 12. We just have to make sure we go on 11 so that we can actually have it all up here. I can decide to make sure make it some kind of bold and all of that. So after what I've gotten this is what it is. I'll bring it down a little bit. Okay, now we have something like this. So what do? We just have to bring the numbers that is peculiar to each one of them. So I'm going to click on this one right now and just show you the sample of what I'm trying to do right now. Go here, and where do we have our sales right in? Here is our sales. And if we go for our profit again, where do we have our profit right in? So we go back down. So we just have our profit right here. And for the last one, where do we have the cost of goods sold? Sorry, the cost of delivery. So we just go back right to this particular aspect here, and this is what it is. We've just gotten populated and all that. So remember, if we go right here and change the month right now, everything is just going to get some kind of disappeared. This is what it is that I've done in the previous video you've just watched without any damn VBA. So clicking it back again, I'm going to bring it all the way back so that we can actually go ahead and format it the way it should look like. To have it formatted right now, we just have to go to the top level right here. We just have to make sure we give it, like, I'm gonna go all the way to the top level, and this time around is gonna be this particular one here, and I'm gonna go ahead and select something like this, and this is what it is. So now that we've gotten this right, so what do? We just have to make sure we open this up and all of that. So have to open this up as well. And we just have to come right here and make sure everything is being opened up. So, and what do we do for the next one? We just have to make sure we some kind of highlight everything together. So I'm just going to make sure I hold my control and have everything highlighted. And once I've done this, what am I going to do? It's very simple and easy. Just have it highlighted, and quickly I just want to make sure I right click on it. So I'm going to go on group, and I'm going to have it grouped together. So now we have it as one right now. This is what we just have. So if I go to the previous video, we're going to have the same thing. Okay, in order to have the second one created is very simple. What we need to do right now is just to come right here and have this duplicated. So once we have it duplicated, I'm going to have it right here. If I click outside here right now, it's going to highlight this the only panel for, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to have it duplicated. I'm going to duplicate this away from it as well. Do you understand what it is right now? I'm going to have to make sure, don't duplicate it. Just make sure you come right here. Don't click inside here, else it's going to highlight something different. Click outside of it. So once you click outside of it, you're going to see it highlighted. Just copy it and come right here. Once you have it copied, just leave it, let it go, and have it pasted somewhere around. So we have it pasted right here right now. Once we copy it, just copy it on the duplicate and have it pasted around here. And once you've done that, what you can do again is just to come back right here and actually make sure you change this one. Remember, this one is actually on 7, and if we go back right now, this is where it's sitting. It's sitting on the 7th one. So we want to actually get value from 8th one. When it switched to 8, we just want to have that particular value on it. So we go back to dashboard here, and now we just have to quickly start to change this one from 7 to 8. So here we go. I'm going to change this from 7. I'm going to change it to 8. So I hit enter. You're going to have it disappeared because we don't have it activated. Quickly, you just have to change it to 8. And we just have to make sure, I'm giving you the swift way to do it. So you can actually sit down and some kind of device how you should have it done. So maybe you have a quicker way to get it done. It's going to be some kind of simple for you. And the last one is going to be this one here. So once I'm done with this now, what I'm going to do is just for me to click on this one here. I'm going to click on it and quickly I'm going to have it deleted away from here. So I'm going to go right here right now. And I want to move this one away down to this particular aspect. Else, if you have it right here right now, there is no way you can actually click on this right. It's going to look some kind of weird. So what can you do to have it clicked if you want to have it clicked, and what can you do not to have something messed up? So we can't click anything from here right now. We just have to make sure we move it away. Now we have chance to click on this one, and once we click, this is what we have, right? So we've gotten this right now. And in order to have it right on this one, I'm going to go back again to January. So now we just have to come right here and change this one to 8 as well. So now we can see we have it on 8 right now, but we don't have it. So I'm going to go and select this, and there we have it. So what can we do? Go back to the top level right here, and now you can see how safe it is. So click back and actually deselect it. Now click again and you have it selected and you have it on 11. Just select 883 and hit enter. You have it, and quickly Ctrl+1 will help you to bring this up. And once you have this up, what can you do? Go to this particular text and come to gradient fill, and you have it automatically without having to fight for it. And now we can bring this all the way to the top level. And what can we do? Right click on it and just say bring to front, and we just have to make sure we take it right to this particular aspect here. Can you see it right now? So what can we do again? Next is just for we to come right here and come and select this one. That is what we're going to give to all of them. So we just have to make sure we go. Okay, let us leave it that way. So still have it and come right here and go to the top and go all the way to the top level right here, and make sure you select something like this, and you change the color of the header to something like white. And we have to make sure we expand it right here. This is what it is. So now this is just an example of what I have done. So if you follow this tutorial step by step, you will definitely arrive at what I had done completely. So now that we've gotten this right now, because we want to actually make sure we match with some kind of match it together. So what I can do right now is just going to be simple and easy. I'm going to make sure I can hold this one down. I want to go right here, go to this particular format and align left. Let's try the left and see. So we have something like this. Can you see how beautiful it is right now? I can go ahead and say group. I'm going to have it grouped together and have them grouped together. Can you see that? This is what it is. So you can actually go ahead and click on this and go ahead and make a move a little bit. And this is what we have. Can you see how beautiful this is right now? So I can actually make sure I bring this one to this particular aspect here, because this is my This is my February. And February is right here. And I'm going to take it to the top level. Right? So what can I do now? Because if I go ahead and switch to January right now, it's gonna switch for me. So it switches for me, and I want to go all the way down. I'll select this particular no selection I'm going to select all of them both together. They are still there, it's just that they're going to be invisible, right? So once we have them selected together, go to the top level and go to align and say align top. So they are the same level. So now when switching them now, it's going to look some kind of very swift. Now let us switch from January down to February. You can see right now they're going to be on the same level. Can you see what is happening right now? This is exactly what I had done in the previous one. There is nothing more than this. Can you see this right now? Can you see this? So this little stick you are seeing right here is just a replicant of this, sorry to say, of this. I copied it and actually make sure I have it down here. So it is something you can do. It's very simple and easy. I've just given you the head up to go ahead and do something just as amazing as what we have right now. I want you to take it upon yourself to just start and actually challenge yourself to create something as swift as this. I don't care how hard it is for you to start up and actually build something as awesome as this, because one day you will definitely need it. So right now we just have to actually connect our slider. I've shown you the sample of what I have done. So we just have to connect our sliders right now, make our sliders very much beautiful and all of that. So let us see the sliders we have right here. Okay, we have to head back to our Power Pivot to create month number and week number, which we don't really have access to because we are not actually using Sheet. If you are actually watching for the first time, so you just have to watch from the first video to understand what we are doing right here, because we have our data actually hosted for us with this particular Power Pivot right here. So I just have to open our Power Pivot. So here we go on the Power Pivot expert, which I'm going to actually have to expand out and actually open it up for you to see what it is. So in the previous video we've done something very huge right here. I'm going to open it up, and right here I'm going to come to this particular end. I'm going to type in my weekdays. So weekdays right here, and once I have my weekdays typed in here, let's see what we're going to have right in. So right here I'm going to put my equal to, and here is going to be the reflection of what we have. So I'm going to say weekday. I'm going to be using this particular weekday function right here, and when I use the weekday we have to put a date and it's going to return something for us. So we just have to say fact table the date, or we can actually type in the date. So we have to locate where we have the date or the order. So we don't know. Okay, I think we have fact table order dates right here. So this is what we need to use. So once we just got in this use, we have to close it and hit enter, and it's going to help us return the weekdays number. This is what we want to use, and this is what it is. So can you get it right now? So in Excel we still use the same function, but in Power Pivot we use the same function as well to get it. And right now it's going to be the month number as well. So the month number, sorry for that. So month number. So once I hit my enter key right now, it's going to get itself committed. And quickly we just have to use a function called months. So scroll back here and you see it, months. Oh, sorry for that. We just messed things up. So we just have to say months. So month. Oh, sorry, what the heck is going on? Okay, let us type in our month and we open the bracket before we do anything. We just want to say order date. So fact table order date, right? So we have to make sure we have it closed, and once we hit enter we go all the way back again. What we're gonna see right now, okay, I think is the month number. Now here we go, we have the month number on the wrong place. So here is our month. So what we can do right now is for me to quickly show you how to get it removed. Right click on it and say delete column. It's gonna have it deleted for us. So we just have to make sure we say yes to it, and it's going to have it removed. So now we can rename this one to our new month number right now, because already we F up in the previous one. So we just have to clear this one away from here. So I'm going to type in my months. So month number, and there we go, we have it. So remember, we have week number and month number, and those are what we're going to be using, right? So we can actually go ahead and have it closed away from here right now. And here we are at our dashboard environment. So I'm going to go to the workbook we are using to create this right now, and here we go, this is the workbook. So quickly I just want to go to my analysis expert here, and I want to scroll down to actually start to get what I want from here. I'm going to click on this one. So once I have it clicked, I'm going to go to analyze, and from analyze I want to make sure go to analyze right now. Okay, before you do anything, make sure you just go and actually go to data, and you see this particular refresh. Click on refresh and refresh the whole data just to make sure you have it reflected, like all we have just gotten created will definitely reflect itself back right here. As you can see, after the refresh, we have the month number and the weekdays. We have it right here, and now we can quickly create our filter, our slicer from it. So I'm gonna go right here and go to insert slicer, and here we go. We just have to make sure we select the column we want to actually use for our slicer, and that is gonna be the column we just got some kind of added, right? So we just have to locate where we have the week and the month and whatsoever. So this is the weekday, and we just have to locate where we have the month. And here we have the month number right here, and those are the two columns we want to use, right? I think we want to add our year column right on it. So I'm going to actually quickly go ahead and click on OK, and there we go. We have all those columns right here. I'm going to actually make sure I move them to my dashboard environment here, and quickly we go ahead and go to dashboard, and I'm going to have it pasted right in here and all that. So now quickly, what am I going to do? We just have to create one more part of it. So before we proceed, let me quickly give you a very little assignment you can do for me. So can you see this right here right now? It's very dynamic as well. It changes as soon as we actually place our slicer right on it. So it's gonna be our profitable location. So can you go ahead and actually do this for me? Go ahead and do this on your own data set. As soon as you start to create this, make sure you have this created. So it's gonna be some kind of your little assignment I have for you. So go ahead and do that, because I'm not going to do this right now in this video. Go ahead and create this. It's very simple and easy to be created. Okay, quickly, let me show you how I used to create, how I used to connect my slices. I'm going to go back to my backend right now. So I know everything I have. For the month, I just want to make sure I go ahead to the top level right here. I go to analyze, and I click on this particular filter connection. I don't want to filter month with month. I want to filter this week and the other day and the other year as well with it. So now I've just gotten it done. So I'm going to scroll a little bit down to the end right here. So all other part of the dashboard would be filtered with all these particular three filters we have right here. So quickly, we just have to locate where we have those pivot table right on, and click on this one, analyze right here, click on this filter connection, and quickly make sure you have all of them connected with it like this. So I'm going to quickly do that behind the scene, and I'll show you the result we've just gotten. Okay, here we are. We've just gotten this particular filters attached to every part of the dashboard right here. As you can see, it's working well. Down to the tooltip we have right here is actually working on it, right? It's actually changing every single time we place a filter. It actually reflects to this particular one as well and all that. So down to the changing of it, so change to February, and we have it changed, and it's gonna actually have effect on it right here. So now quickly, we have just done something like this. This is very awesome. In case you are lost anywhere, don't worry, watch over again, you will definitely get it right and all of that. So if you are actually feeling like this is too advanced for you and you want to take a course on elementary aspect of it down to the advanced level just like this, I have a course, and the link is below this very particular video. Go ahead and click on that particular link and take that course with my affordable coupon link that's gonna make it very cheaper for my subscribers and my viewers. So it's gonna help you a lot to actually get somewhere and all of that. So right now quickly, I've just given you the overview of what I had created right here with a summary of what it is that you can do to actually have it achieve the same way. I want to say thank you very much. If you're still watching up to this particular time, I want to say thank you. I'll give it a thumbs up, and you can actually go ahead and give me a thumbs up as well, or leave a comment and let me know what you feel about my video, and anything I have to adjust, you can tell me. I can definitely do that for you. Okay guys, I'm gonna be seeing you in the next our dashboard we're gonna be creating. So thank you very much for watching. Stay blessed and stay out of trouble.